So CoreyxKensan was able to disprove the allegations against them in less than 24 hours without ever speaking a word. And this video is gonna go over how that happens. So if you've been living under a rock, CoreyxKensan was accused of sexual assault by a woman named Panda Ninja on TikTok. Her account has been since deleted, but we'll get into why later. She would post a 3-part video series with over hundreds of slides, accusing Corey of a lot of horrific things, such as emotional abuse, mental abuse, manipulation, narcissistic behavior, love bombing, gaslighting. Now, I'm not going to go over her story completely, just the most important parts. And the reason why, because one, it could be pretty much summed up as Corey being a bad boyfriend. And two, I've already covered all these slides in this video you're seeing on screen. So if you want more context, go watch that. Part 1, pretty much during the entire relationship, Corey would use her for her body and attention. And then when he was done with her, he would eventually ghost her. She would also mention this post that Corey most likely cheated on her, and she also questioned his faith in God and didn't understand why so many of his fans were praising him when off screen he was allegedly a bad person. Part 2 shows more DMs between Corey and her. Okay, so what's up? So you're still seeing someone? Why do you ask? Because I'm trying to F your life up some more. What? That was a joke. Jeez, lol. I was just asking. Now, so far, this seems like a pretty typical toxic relationship. Again, she could have left at any moment, and I think using the, oh well, I was in the right headspace is not a valid excuse. I know a lot of people might think that's crazy, but if you ever find yourself in a situation like this one, remember you actually have more control over the situation than you think. And that control is leaving. I feel like if you continue to stay in an abusive relationship, then you are your worst enemy. Like this relationship you had with Corey should not have gone for 3 years. It seems very mentally draining if what you're saying is true. In part 3, she claims that there are other women that Corey hurts, and she speculates that one of Corey's friends was sent by Corey himself to watch her IG reels like a hawk, probably to ensure that she didn't say anything about the relationship. There was also this woman named N who was known around the community for inserting herself in people's lives that Corey dated, and she would try to muddy the waters. After part 3, Panda would then post a video where Corey and her are walking down a hallway at a hotel, and in the video Corey would make a pretty odd joke, and this would leave the internet in a frenzy.
Then I woke up again and it was all.
Did you watch me sleep?
Hmm?
Did you watch me sleep?
Yeah, I actually did something to you while you were asleep too.
What?
I'm sorry, I just got this fetish that I do, you know.
What?
I didn't hurt you. You're good, right?
What'd you do, Corey?
Just don't worry about it.
Corey?
Good.
Corey, what did you do?
Do nothing. Look, this came right in my face. I didn't do anything.
He did something, and I'm gonna find out on the next episode of Nami
Dragon Ball Z, where you going with this?
And this video would divide people. Some people thought that Corey was being serious in this video and turned their backs on Corey. And others, including me, assumed that he's joking because not only is he incriminating himself on camera, but what mainly led me to this conclusion is that she laughed. So clearly she didn't care back then, so why should we? Now, to this point is pretty much what I've covered in my last video, so let me get my thoughts collected before I continue. So Corey does seem like he's a pretty bad boyfriend, and I know a lot of people are not going to like this next part, but probably a pretty bad person in general, at least during these times. I saw a lot of people say that yes, he might be a bad person when it comes to dating, but outside of that, he's a pretty good person. And I don't know if he got hit upside the head with a rock, but if he's treating the people who he dates like crap, then he's treating the people around him like crap. But Pena seems like she's not over the situation, even though she claims countless times in the slides that she is. But it seems like she's still upset about all the things that Corey did to her, and this was her way of getting back at him. And she would also just go on and on and on in her slides, and it seemed like she was just rambling just because she was upset. And I think if you didn't do that and just went over all the major things that Corey did to you in one slide, then I think people would be more willing to accept you. But since you did over 100 slides, and most of it is just rambling about nonsense, people perceive that as you're just upset that Corey tapped you and ghosted you after. There was also a fake account of her going around posting tweets saying they lied about everything, they being Panda, and that Corey was innocent. And I see many people to this day believe these tweets and use it as evidence that she's lying. But no, this is not her. This is just someone pretending to be her. In fact, here's a tweet they put out confirming it right before logging off. Logging out now because y'all are blowing up my phone. I'm so sorry for this little troll. It is badly humored. I'm just bored and I hate to see Corey under bad light without him getting even a chance to try and give his side of the story. Have a good day, and pray for our goat, CoreyxKensan. No offense to any CoreyxKensan fans watching this video. I'm sure that you guys are probably chill. There's a lot of you that are way too parasocial. Corey does not know you, man. He ain't gonna let you hit. She would then clarify on TikTok that Corey did not assault her, and soon after this, she would go on a TikTok live stream, giving more context to the situation.
Most of that video is a happy moment.
It literally was between 2016 and 2022. So which is only 3 years ago. So I didn't wait as long as people were saying that. I'm not looking for clout. And the more you guys say it, the more stupid you guys look. You guys kind of assume because of his wording in the video that he's saying something weird, like, but he was being playful and he was like saying things like,
thank you for saying that.
Like, that's something we both laughed at. Like, that's something that didn't make me feel uncomfortable about him. Like, he didn't make me feel uncomfortable in that video. But if you guys read the point of view on there, I never said that that was the essay video. I literally said, basically, this is one of the moments that I had with him that that it seemed like it was real, but it wasn't.
And I'm sure a lot of you are probably wondering, like, what is she yapping about? She's trying to explain that the video of her and Corey walking down the hallway was not supposed to imply that Corey essayed her, and this was supposed to be a moment that she was happy in with him, and it comes to find out that Corey didn't really care about her. And if you read the point of view that she put out in the video, it seems to be the truth. She also would clarify that she did reach out privately to Corey, but Corey did not want to listen to what she had to say.
I did reach out to him privately numerous times. He never said anything when I would tell him how I felt. I'm gonna say this again. I don't want attention. I didn't want anyone to follow me. I was happy with the 1,900 people I had following me that I worked hard for to get. Like, those were the people that I made myself. And that was another thing I mentioned in my letter. I did not want my entity to be overshadowed with his, and that was like number one to me, and that's another reason why I didn't want to say anything. I was on Twitch and like that. I wanted to make sure my image was my own and my own only. So him and I, we were together from 2016 to 2018 on and off. He continuously was messaging me some raunchy stuff after that, and even when I was in a relationship with someone else.
So you were in a relationship and Corey was sending you some raunchy stuff and you didn't block him? So this goes back to what I was saying. Again, why haven't you blocked him yet? And to me, it seems like he's still not blocked, so you still haven't cut him out of your life. She would also double down and say that there are other victims of Corey.
I wanted to be the stepping stone, like, if anybody else wants to come out. Like, if it's up to them, if they want to come out with their truth, because I can't force them out to with their truth. It's up to them if they want to share that.
Yeah, but then if they never come out, now it's like a thing of like, you've insinuated that there's multiple people that he has hurt, and if they never come out, now that's just in the air forever.
It's still not my responsibility for me to let.
But then why mention it? Why mention?
Because
why mention that?
they allowed me to say it.
Oh, you've talked to them?
Yes, I am close to one of them. Like, some of you are still in high school. You can't even grasp the fact of an actual, or like, feelings and things that happen to people. You guys don't understand that. And what is pissing me off is that I fucking put my story out there because I felt like I needed to do it to feel better for me, okay? And you guys fighting me on this right now, is like saying to me, like, if it happens to your mom, your sister, your aunt, your cousin, friend, anybody that's close to you, and that happened to them, would you say the same? Because I am somebody's mother. I am somebody's sister. I am somebody's aunt. I am somebody. I am someone. I am a person with a heart and blood, and I have feelings just like everybody else. And I don't care if people don't give a f about that, and I don't give a f about what you guys think. But when I do post this last video, I'm gonna make sure you guys eat all the words that you guys are saying.
Guys, I don't think she even should have went on a live stream because she seems like she's very emotional. And it seems like she's turning her emotions into anger, which again makes her seem like a crazy ex-girlfriend who is still obsessed about the things that Corey did to them. And I think that maybe a lot of people are just upset that they're treating the situation like he assaulted you. I think that's mainly what it is, when all he was to you was a crappy boyfriend that you honestly could have blocked at any time. So just like she said in the live stream, she would also post a 4-minute video where she gives more clarity of why she put all this stuff on the internet. She talks again about how she wasn't assaulted by Corey and showed more proof that the Xbox screenshots were real, because many people were questioning if the screenshots were altered.
I just really want to make this clear that, and this is very important, I'm saying this with all my heart, this was never about defaming Corey at all. It literally was me venting about something that happened to me in the past that did hurt me. I felt at that moment I wanted to share with people that may have similar experiences like I did. So basically what I'm going to show you now is everything pertaining to the situation. This was literally not intended to attack or have attacks towards Corey. So please stop the essay allegations. That is not true, and that's not what I said. There was no cheating or pregnancy. There was no editing of messages. Those were literally rumors that they made you guys believe because they were trying to bring traction to their content. I literally was not looking for follows or attention or any clout. I literally just posted it just from my experience, to heal from my experience.
And yes, this part is true. You never said that Corey essayed you. You honestly kind of implied it in one of the slides, but whatever. Maybe you didn't mean it like that. But to me, it seemed like this video could easily get misinterpreted, and I don't know why you didn't think that. Like, you would blabber on and type paragraphs about everything else, but when it comes to the video, you didn't really say much. Or at least give context that he did not essay you. I think that would have helped you a lot. But to a lot of people, of course, they think that you implied it, because it really does seem like you did. But a former friend of Panda's would eventually come out on Twitter and basically say that she's lying and that she's a shady person. And this is honestly all what people had to hear to come to the conclusion that, yeah, she's lying on Corey.
I had literally just posted a video about my experience with a woman who accused CoreyxKensan of emotional abuse, and found out that apparently you guys managed to figure it out and weasel it out of her within 7 hours that she was lying. Let me add a little bit of extra third-party context here. This is little 21-year-old me and Nami at the time. Notice that the side of her head is shaved. I'm saying this because even though the timeline wasn't confirmed based off of the videos that she posted and the messages that she was trying to circulate not having a timestamp, I'm pretty sure this was around the time I lived with her, if not slightly before. When we did live together, she did very briefly tell me about Corey, but more in like we didn't actually date, we just kind of talked, but because he was busy with YouTube stuff, it didn't work out. I never thought anything of that. It's been 8 years. I have never thought about that moment again until just now. And the reason I'm thinking about that just now is because not only did she do me insanely dirty for like the 2.5 months that we lived together, and that can be a whole other story time for a whole other video, but while I lived with her, before I even moved out here in May of 2017, she was already actively dating someone, a mutual friend of ours who I will not name because he's not into the drama. It's been 8 years. And then immediately after they broke up, she was dating somebody else. So things just didn't really add up, you know what I'm saying? Not to mention, there's gonna be a lot of people who know her and are going to be able to call her out because we had a humongous friend group in K-Town in New York. So really interesting to see how many people are willing to come out and tell you guys that they know for a fact that she's lying because she's just always kind of been a shady person. And it really sucks because it's already really hard to get people to believe women when they accuse someone, even if they have empirical proof. She has just set us back. I don't even know how far. Really disappointing to see that after 8 years, you really have not changed as a person, Nami.
Now, do I think she's lying about everything that Corey did? No. I do think that Corey was a bad boyfriend still. I just think that Nami or Panda was also a bad girlfriend. I know they never dated, but you know what I mean. And I don't know if I said it here, but in my last video, I was like, there's definitely more to this that she's not revealing because she doesn't want to make herself look bad. I think that she made Corey look more toxic than he actually was, and that she made herself look innocent. And this is my personal opinion, but if her friend's saying that she's a shitty person, that she's not trusted, then she most likely was trying to imply that Corey sexually assaulted her without ever really saying it. Because if it didn't go in her favor, which it didn't, she could be like, well, I never said that Corey essayed me. Shortly after all this, she would jump on a TikTok live stream. Has she not learned her lesson from the last one? Stay away from TikTok live streams. She would explain in this live stream how she didn't mean for all this to get it blown out of proportions. She also said that she has a hard time putting her words together, and that she hasn't really slept much in the past 2 days. She also mentioned that she had a bad dream about Corey, and that she wants Corey to come out and talk about his side of the story, which I think he should. He still hasn't done it yet, and it's been like a week now.
When he, let me see, I'm trying to think where I left off. Okay. When he went, and things like didn't work, like, well, I lost what I was gonna say. Let me drink some water. Give me a second. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I have not slept in 24 hours. I haven't slept. So when he was talking to me, I was literally mentally exhausted, and also like I was drained because like I was so tired because I hadn't slept. And people never really asked me why, like what happened and what made me want to do this. I literally had a bad dream, like a really bad dream. And I don't know, like call it a sign, like I really just don't know. But I did have a bad dream, and it was about him. And I was just like, I haven't really like deep dived in a while about that. So I was like, I wasn't sure like why I was having this dream. But then after I had that, I started to have like anxiety attacks after thinking about it, because I was just like, I don't understand like why I'm feeling this way. Like I don't know. Like it was hard for me. It's hard for me to explain, but I just felt like I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna write it. Like I'm gonna write about it because I like writing, like in general. So I started to write about it, and then like I just felt like, there was little things here and there where I was filling in that I had forgotten about, and then I was getting triggered about it. And I was just like, I'm not, I still don't feel good about this, like that I haven't really healed from this. So like, as I can continue to write, I was just like, it kept like getting worse. And then finally I was just like, I feel like I should share this, because if anyone else feels anything like me, they can kind of like help me out. I want him to say his side of the story. I do. Not many people could say that or admit that. Like, I want him to say his side of the story. I'm willing to give him that space to give his side of the story, because I'm not, like I said before, I'm not a malicious person. Like, I don't, if people don't like me, that's fine. Like, but you guys don't know me. Like I said, I really didn't think that this was going to happen this way. I am going to delete all those followers, even if I have to go one by one, because that's not what I want. And I want people to understand that's not what.
Nami, no one else blew it out of proportions besides you. You blew it out of proportion, and you're the reason why people don't believe you. And that's it. That's everything you need to know about the CoreyxKensan allegations and how he was able to beat the allegations without ever saying a word. And honestly, it's all thanks to Nami. She destroyed her credibility in like less than 24 hours. And yeah, that's about it. This is a pretty long video, so please subscribe and like the video. And tell me what you guys think about these allegations. I guess not really allegations anymore. And yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Bye.